everyone, it is Thursday, December 23rd, 2010, and this is your daily dose of reptile news. Now I wanted to say something before we really get into the news today, and it's something I saw on Facebook right before I got ready to film, and that is, you all have seen it on Facebook, a lot of you have heard about it. That is Mike Hopcroft transporting the American alligator yesterday. Well, apparently, according to him, the authorities rushed in and read him his rights for illegally transporting and illegally possessing an American alligator. I ask everybody, go show some love, speak your mind. That's just total bullshit. I mean, first they say he can, then they rush in and read him his rights. I feel for the guy. I want to do what I can to get the word out, and this is my medium to do it, so do what you can do, send some letters, make some phone calls, let's do whatever we can do to help out. And first on the sheets today, apparently there was a Craigslist posting of a python that was loose in Oshkosh, and this is kind of a funny story. Right off the bat, authorities are saying they think it's a hoax. This python, apparently an African python, was 21 feet long and weighing in at about 70 some odd pounds, which just, whoa, that's a pretty skinny 21-foot long python. I'm sure anybody out there that keeps large pythons can agree with that. And this person, basically, they said the python was loose, it was big, and it was mean and hard to handle. They left absolutely no contact information for anybody that found the snake. The local humane society there states that with their sub-freezing temperatures the last couple days, there's no way a snake like that is going to survive in the wild. The snake reportedly, according to the post on Craigslist, got loose between 7 and 10:30 p.m. Monday night, and they believe, according to the report, that it used a dryer vent to get out of the home. And now we go over to a family that has apparently had a pet crocodile in the family for the last 47 years. For the last 10 years before the death of his father, John Casey has been caring for this crocodile, and now after his father's death, he's attempting to have all the permits and licensing and everything transferred into his name, but he's running into a little red tape with the government. Apparently, they gave him a temporary 12-month permit to keep it, but they want him to do things such as erecting a fence around the enclosure, getting a letter signed from a zoo saying that they will assist in handling and dealing with the crocodile if it becomes necessary, as well as taking some formal crocodile training courses, which he calls unnecessary, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. We've talked about it before, that these apex predators, I think we all feel that the people that have the room, the money, the ability, the education to care for them should be able to get the licenses to have them. And I've got no problem if I had one next door. I would really want to know that my neighbor was certified and licensed to care for that thing. I've got 3 little kids running around. I'd really like to know that there was a fence up around that enclosure containing said crocodile. So I don't see a problem with it. He does. He thinks it's unnecessary. Apparently the crocodile took his father's hand off years ago, back in the 80s. Other than that, they call it a fairly gentle giant. And we all remember the douchebag that apparently the pedophile that lured the young girl into his basement using his collection of snakes to have her pose for child pornography pictures. Well, he has been sentenced, and I'm happy, but I'm not. A judge in Mississippi, a federal judge, sentenced him to 30 years in prison, which is just awesome. I don't think it was harsh enough, though. I'd have given him a lot worse than that, to be honest with you. But I guess it's good. There is a little bit of closure to this story. It's kind of haunted certain people in the reptile community while those of us have been following it, and it's good it's over. Hopefully we never have to see him again. And Vietnamese authorities came out with some pretty interesting numbers. I'm not sure what they're getting at here. They came out with some quick numbers stating that 4,700 tons of illegal wildlife has been smuggled through Vietnam in the past year. That is an absolutely amazing amount of animals being smuggled through there. I'm not sure whether to run their customs officials through the mud for allowing that much to get through, or the smugglers. Obviously, we all hate those smugglers, but 4,700 tons of illegal wildlife smuggled through Vietnam in the last year. It's just amazing. And we have another attempt of smuggling that was actually stopped, and this is being called the largest bust in Malaysian customs history. Apparently, a truck was stopped on the Malaysian border attempting to waiting for the border to open up, attempting to enter Thailand. And the truck was searched, and they found 1,800 protected animals inside this truck that they were attempting to smuggle into Thailand. They're assuming that these animals were on their way to China to be used for medicinal purpose and for to go on the market for meal. Their numbers include 475 tortoises, 437 turtles, 710 monitors, and 195 king cobras, all hidden amongst the rubble inside this truck. So yeah, you know, it's great. They caught them. All of the animals were turned over to the Malaysian wildlife officials and presumably will be released back into the wild, but they don't necessarily hit on that. Which of course brings us to our question of the day. You know, let's go right back to square one. What do you guys think about what's going on with Mike? I was super excited. I watched the videos, I read the story and everything on this American alligator that he had relocated, and it was just awesome. You know, I've never met Mike in person, but just watching him in the videos, just real professional, real passion for what he's doing. Now facing legal troubles for illegally possessing and transporting an American alligator. What do you guys think about that? Leave a text comment or a video response. And if you'd like to read any more of these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other.